So a few years ago, I was teaching a freshman composition course, and I had, the ubiquitous stack of papers. So I took them with me to my hairdresser, who's always running late. So it was always a perfect space for grading. And it was just a short assignment. It was I had them working on their thesis statements and leading into an introductory paragraph for a research paper. And this was a project that they'd already been working on for a couple weeks. We had been conferencing all week, so I was meeting with them individually and talking with them about their papers. And I knew a lot of them were really enthusiastic, really invested in what they were writing about. And I had encouraged them to choose a topic that they felt they could make a personal investment in. And so I was all set to receive like this great group of papers, because I had such a great group of students and with great ideas. And so it was with shock and dismay that I got to about the 10th or 12th paper and realized that none of that enthusiasm that they held about their topics was coming through their writing. And of course I thought, this is my failure. How have I failed to help these kids get these great ideas onto paper? And so I kind of set the papers aside, and I was kind of thinking through, what might have been going wrong, what's being lost in translation. And I picked up Us magazine. So I went on kind of flipping through it, and for maybe just 5 or 10 minutes, and I finally had to put it down. I thought, even if I knew who these people were and was mildly interested in what they were doing, I could not read this. This is just, these sentences are so poorly written, I can't focus my attention on this for longer than 5 minutes. And then I started to think, oh, here's the missing element, right? A thesis statement is just a sentence. It's a weighted and specific kind of sentence, but it's still just a sentence. So students that can't write strong sentences can't possibly write a strong thesis, even if their ideas and concepts are rock solid. One of the exercises that you do in pretty much every creative writing class, I think, is to look at sentence level writing. You choose your favorite first sentences or your favorite last sentences or your favorite sentences from your own work, and you really work on those and work on understanding what makes them great, what makes them work. You try to model that for students. You take sentences and ask them to revise them or use them in their own work or start a piece based on that sentence. But with my freshman writing students, I never thought about addressing sentence level skills and structures. So I really revised my teaching practice around that, and I started teaching the thesis statement in the context of a special type of sentence and not letting it just be all about the ideas and the logic behind it, but rather the strength that the sentence is sort of a container for ideas, and it's really kind of the foundation of what students can express, and that strong sentences lead to strong paragraphs, and that's the heart of writing. So I started doing a lot more sentence level workshops and asking students to extract what they thought, what are the 5 most important sentences in your paper, and then let's look at those and let's make them the best that they can be. Let's exchange drafts. Give your 5 sentences to somebody in your peer review group and take 5 sentences of theirs and revise them on their behalf. So making it more collaborative, but always keeping it focused on the sentence. And I was amazed. It yielded so much for the students, and I think it also ended up helping them become closer readers, more analytic thinkers about the way that language was working as a system of meaning in what they read as well as in what they wrote. So that was my breakthrough.